It's an anxious wait at this car plant in western Germany. These Opel workers could be the next victims of the global downturn. Its parent American company General Motors needs to cut more than $1 billion in costs. Factories in Belgium are also under threat of closure. Thousands of people across Europe could lose their jobs.
People are very uncertain about their job and they only ask to know what's going to happen. So for the moment we haven't got any answers, only a lot of questions.
It's also a difficult time for workers in Sweden. Saab, which is owned by General Motors, is facing bankruptcy after the Swedish government refused to come to its rescue. This crisis has led to historic moves in the banking sector in Germany. For the first time since the country reunified, a German chancellor is backing a law that allows the government to nationalise banks.
We have to take this path in order to achieve our goals. We analysed this carefully and I believe we have no choice.
But all of this is having a political impact. Union leaders arrived at the French presidential palace. Nicolas Sarkozy is facing the prospect of mass protests over his handling of the economic crisis. His popularity has plummeted in the last 2 months.
I don't think he's doing enough for those who are really in need. He does a lot for the banks, but not enough for the people, for the French.
One French analyst says leaders are under pressure to go it alone.
Public opinion, particularly in France, doesn't care whether we get out of this individually or collectively with Europe. It's no longer concerned with commitments to the EU.
Gordon Brown thinks that's wrong. He believes a united G20 in April could be a solution, but he too is under pressure, and the summit could make or break his leadership.
The whole point of the G20 is that the whole world must take action to deal with a global problem which requires global solutions.
From summits to bank bailouts, European leaders are struggling to manage this crisis. Car workers are voters too, and economic failure will have a political price. Nazanin Mashiri, Al Jazeera, London.